Hello everyone, it's your boy AC. Here are my top 5 D&D animes. So to make this decision, being in medieval times isn't good enough. What I use to make this decision is world building, characters, and aesthetics. There are animes that catch the essence of D&D. What I'm adding to this list are animes that could have been someone's D&D quest. Some animes that aren't going on this list, in my opinion, are more fantasy than D&D. For example, Berserk and Bastard, both good shows, but not what I'm looking for. I'm not including animes based on video games that are based on D&D. For good examples of that, we have the animes like Dragon Quest and Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. Okay, now that you know what's not on the list, let's start with entry number 5, Rune Soldier. This is more of a comedy, but this is still based in the D&D world. Follow our protagonist Louis, a sorcerer who prefers solving a problem with his fist instead of his magic. He travels in an all-female cast party consisting of a thief, genie fighter, and a priestess. Sounds like a 5th edition D&D party to me, but this aired back in 2001, so it's before its time, maybe? So if you're looking for a lighthearted D&D anime, this is for you. Next, entry number 4, Slayers. This is a classic. This follows the adventures of Lena Inverse, a fun-loving and selfish sorceress and her fighter companion Gallery. You can tell the author had a love for the D&D setting, but also took his own spin on it. It's fun watching them add new members to the party and getting in and out of trouble. The story is solid, the humor is spot on, and it lasts the test of time. Easily an adventure I can see me playing with my friends. Next on the list is entry number 3, Goblin Slayer. This takes me back to 1st edition D&D, where an elf is just an elf, the dwarf is just a dwarf. Even the fact that none of the characters have real names and just referred to by their jobs, races, and classes makes this one of the best entries on this list. I don't know how many times I have forgotten the names of a character or NPC and just referred to them by their title. I really enjoy the Easter eggs from the show. There is one particular episode where they're all sitting around the campfire and talking about the gods they believe in. Goblin Slayer says he believes in the green moon, looks over and controls everything. You know, green moon, jam. Coming in at slot number 2 is Free Ren at Journey's End. I think the popularity of this show speaks for itself. We follow Free Ren as she takes the adventure after the adventure, dealing with being long-lived in a party of non-elves. Not only is the story good, but every character feels so well developed and real. They don't tell you much about the world, but it feels so full as they take you through it. If you're a veteran D&D player, you'll feel like you're in an adventure with your high-level D&D party, or at the end of the adventure, you play with one of your veteran D&D characters. If you're a long-term D&D and anime fan, then you probably guessed what number 1 is. It's Regular Lotus War. This could have made the list several times. There's a TV series, OVA, and spin-off Legend of Cresselia, but we'll only be talking about the OVA today. The TV series and the OVA share the same story, but the OVA tells us the story so much better. The characters are good and unique, the adventure is there, it is literally a D&D campaign brought to life. If you were into D&D and anime back in the day, then this was a show for you, and I think it holds up very well. They even made a Castlevania-type game that continues the story. So if you haven't seen the anime or played the game, I suggest that you check them out. Surprisingly enough, the show shares an author with entry number 5, Rune Soldier. Okay, that's all for now from your man AC. See you all next time.